They said love has no boundaries, but no one imagined it would cross countries, cultures, and even controversy. It started with a glance, a moment, in a crowded airport in Kigali, Rwanda, where time moves a little slower and fate works overtime. Tanzanian music star Juma Jux had just missed his flight. Frustrated, tired, and scrolling through his phone, he looked up and saw her. Not a celebrity, not a model on a billboard, just her, laughing, radiant, alive. Her name was Priscilla Ojo, Nigerian royalty in her own right, daughter of Nollywood's Ojo, fashion entrepreneur, influencer, and unknown to both of them, the woman who would change everything. That meeting was supposed to be nothing, just strangers in transit. But fate, as always, had other plans. They bumped into each other again at the hotel lobby that night. And what started as a hello quickly turned into hours of conversation, quiet smiles, and the kind of laughter that sounds like home. She didn't know much about East African music. He didn't follow Nollywood gossip. They didn't need to. Their hearts spoke a language that needed no translation. And from that night forward, the headlines would never stop. By the time June rolled in, the rumors were already swirling. Whispers on Instagram, blogs hinting at late-night FaceTimes, and a very familiar silhouette spotted in Juma's latest music video. And then it happened. July. One word, one photo, one caption. Mine. Posted by Priscilla herself. And the internet went wild. Fans screamed. Critics questioned. But the hearts involved, they stayed silent. Because sometimes, real love doesn't need to defend itself. It just is. Still, love is never easy when the world is watching. She was Nigeria's sweetheart. He was Tanzania's golden boy. Two different worlds, two different cultures, and oceans of expectations in between. But love, real love, doesn't wait for approval. It fights, it dares, and it endures. In August, Juma boarded a plane to Lagos. Not for a concert, not for a collaboration, but to meet her mother, the Ojo. And if you thought Nigerian mothers were hard to impress, think again. She welcomed him with grace, with questions, with a mother's protective fire. But as she watched him look at her daughter, with softness, with sincerity, with that quiet admiration only real men carry, she saw it too. This wasn't a fling. This was the beginning of forever. And forever came fast. September brought an engagement. Not loud, not flashy, but deep. Confirmed quietly in interviews, sealed in a music video, and sung into existence with Juma's new track, All of Me. October was filled with planning. November was filled with prayers. December came with confirmation. Ojo, dressed in tradition, announcing that her daughter's wedding would not be ordinary, it would be historic. For weddings, for countries, 4 ways to say I do. Lagos, Dar es Salaam, Dubai, and a surprise 4th location no one was allowed to reveal. The colors were chosen: olive green and gold, royalty and rebirth. And behind the scenes, love grew deeper. February arrived. The air in Tanzania was electric. The nikah ceremony, sacred, beautiful, and silent to the press. Priscilla, now known in Islamic tradition as Hadiza, accepted not just Juma's heart, but his heritage. She became Hadiza Mkambala, and the internet exploded. Nigerian fans were shocked. Tanzanian elders beamed with pride. Bloggers speculated. Critics judged. But the couple? They just held hands and smiled. Because they weren't performing for the world. They were building a home. But Juma wasn't done. A few days later, in Lagos, he did it again. Another proposal. Bigger ring. Brighter crowd. Same heart. Same love. Priscilla said yes. Again. And this time, the entire continent heard it. On Valentine's Day, he released another song, Si Mimi, a love letter, a promise, a declaration that no matter the noise, it was always her. And then came April. Lagos turned gold, a traditional Yoruba Tanzanian wedding like nothing the city had ever seen. From Geli to Kanzu, Afrobeats to bongo flava, it was a union of cultures, histories, and bloodlines. Guests wept, elders danced, and the world watched. The seventh wedding is coming. The destination? Tanzania. But one thing isn't. This love, it's real. But what makes this story unforgettable isn't the rings, or the music, or the designer gowns. It's the struggle behind the scenes. The tears when cultures clashed. The late nights of doubt. The pressure of fame. The tension between two identities trying to find a rhythm. And through it all, they chose each other. Again, and again, and again. Because love, real love, isn't soft. It's fierce. It's complicated. It's painful. But when it's right, it's worth everything. Priscilla Ojo, the daughter of fame, who carved her own name, who embraced another language, another faith, another path, not because she had to, but because love asked her to. Juma Jux, the voice of Tanzania, who put his career on the line to follow his heart, who crossed borders not for music, but for meaning. Together, they rewrote the rulebook. They defied geography. And in doing so, they reminded us all that sometimes the most powerful love stories begin with a missed flight. This isn't just a celebrity romance. It's a movement, a melody, a message that no matter your past, your passport, or your platform, when love calls, answer. This is the story of Juma and Priscilla, Hadiza and Jux, Africa's newest power couple. A love so bold, it needed 4 weddings. A love so rare, it silenced the critics. A love so real, it made the continent believe again. And if this story moved you, shocked you, or left your heart wanting more, don't just watch. Join the Pulse. Like, comment, and subscribe to Continent Pulse, where love isn't just told, it's felt. Because the next story might just be yours.